getting down here to the reservoir. People are making loud noises down here. I don't know what that's all about. But we're gonna see what we can find. Walking up on what looks like a little makeshift cross here, and potentially a little shrine of some sort here for burial. If anyone knows what that's for, I assume it's relating to the unfortunate drownings here. But if anyone has any for sure information on that, feel free to comment on this and just let me know. I'm not opposed to anyone telling me I'm right or wrong about something. That is a-okay with me, as long as it's true. If it's not true, I still won't do anything about it, but I'll be upset. Trying to go at this with an attention to detail here where I don't get spooky or jumpy. I'd like to come here and do this at night, or at least at dusk, but like many parks nowadays, you have to get permission if you're after dark, because they're closed because of crime and things like that. Like, we don't want to have people here overnight camping and things like that. So I know earlier I said I can't investigate here at night. I learned this new trick called reading. It's usually dark, well before that time. So I totally can investigate this place in the dark, and I will, as long as I'm out of here by 11 p.m. Because breaking the law isn't that cool. Sometimes it's cool. anyone is with us, go ahead and just speak into that little fluffy camera. A little fluffy microphone. It kind of looks like a rabbit. Did something happen to you here? Can you tell us your name? Jet flying. Did you drown in this reservoir? Cameras are a bit smaller now. But this is a camera if you want to talk into it. Or walk in front of it if you want to be on camera. This is just me turning on. Oh man. Hello? I don't know if you can see this. There's like a little old wooden structure right here. That's not creepy. I don't know what it is. Look at that old chair. Oh, that is creepy. Is there anyone in here with me? Wow. I'm sure this was just kids that made this, you know, like back when kids used to have fun and go outside. I shouldn't say that, some still do. Just not as often as they should anymore. I'm not gonna lie, this wouldn't be the worst little area to hang out. My heart just fluttered. A fish was behind that log, swam in there. Oh, you can kind of see it still. You could see it still. Anyway, that scared me. Oh, real bad. There's some fencing right here, so I'm gonna assume that this is private property, so I'm not gonna go any further past this spot. But this little wash right here is kind of cool looking. Damn! Sorry. It did it again. There's another fish in there. And it went in there. And I don't know why I'm so jumpy. I don't know if it's because of the mountain lion warnings. And I saw some really big footprints over here. But people walk their dogs down here and all that normal people stuff. So I don't know if it was a dog or if it was a big old mountain lion. And I've seen mountain lion tracks. I know they're big. I know they don't really have claw marks. But like, you still question it. I guess realistically, I'd know if it was a mountain lion track. Because I'd be like, that's a mountain lion track. For sure. But yeah, there is a really thick layer of mud at the bottom of this. And so when you jump into it with a rope swing and you hit the bottom, your feet get stuck and you are suctioned to the bottom. There are kids having fun and being kids. We're here at Hobbs Reservoir. It is getting dark. Hopefully that means that the spirits are awakening. And if that's really stupid to say on camera, I'm sorry. I had a really itchy head. Sorry. Alright. Alright, we're here at Hobbs Reservoir. We're here at nightfall. It's getting dark soon. Hopefully here in just a second we can start getting some activity. There's a few people still around that were out here fishing and stuff like that. We have until about 11 to kind of explore. It is currently 8:26, so we have a while. Hopefully they'll clear out as it gets darker and colder. It's a little chilly, not too bad, but fish are out jumping and having a good time, just like from earlier in the video. So hopefully we get something here soon. Does it look more gnarly terrainish?
Not really.
Do I look cooler? Do I look fatter?
It kind of looks like you're showing your penis off.
Without falling on my ass. It is hard to come out here and feel the sadness, because when you're out here it's so pretty and beautiful, and there's birds everywhere singing, and there's fish jumping in the creeks and scaring me. But this place does have a little bit of a dark side. It's taken at least 6 lives that we were able to find, possibly more. We're really not sure. So yeah, it's kind of a heavier feeling at night. During the day it wasn't that bad, except for being worried about cougars, and mountain lions. If you're wondering who's giggling behind the camera, that's my wife. She's my camera lady and my sponsor. I think we're going to walk up here into this little clearing. There's a little creek right here. The reservoir is just right here, but it's so thick that you can't really see it all that well. But we are right next to it. We're going to see if maybe we can hear anything, see anything as it gets dark. And then we'll continue our way around the reservoir investigating. Alright. So we're back in this clearing over here. Very loud birds behind me. Beautiful. With a little bit of a bite in the air.
Project. You have to project. Yeah, pretty much.
So we're out here in this clearing. There's a little bit of a bite in the air right now. Birds are still singing behind us. Birds are still singing behind us here. But here in a second, we're going to see if we catch anything. There's a dove in the background for some slight ambiance here. So what year was it the first one died that you found?
1945. It's on your Google Doc, if you want to pull that up.
Is it shared to my OneDrive?
It's on your Google Doc.
So there is a lot of wildlife out here. So we're aware that sticks cracking is going to be kind of a part of this. Some of them are kind of heavier cracks over there though, so it may be a deer. Or the infamous mountain lion or cougar. Some big cougars in Layton. That was a bug, if you caught that on the camera. There was a giant bug that flew right past the shutter. We begin our story here tonight in 1944, when 19-year-old William Opie drowned in this very reservoir. The search for his body took 3 days. It was quite difficult. It even led to the eventual use of dynamite in order to help get his body to surface. Going back to kind of our story about how the bottom of this is just a very, very thick layer of clay and mud. And so when you jump into this reservoir, if you hit the bottom, your feet are going to get stuck and backing it. The other big issue that we're running into here while swimming, there's a lot of foliage and trees around this reservoir, and they create a lot of underwater hazards from sunken timber that could create problems in the event of swimming. You can get caught up in things. I'm sure there was at that time some rope from people boating out here, things like that that you could get caught up in easily. So we're out here. There's been a bunch of ducks flying over, which is kind of cool. Haven't really heard anything yet. We're getting the vibes though. It's starting to get a little spookier for me. Not in the sense that I'm scared. I'm never scared, except for a fish. But you heard that, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. It's probably a field mouse, but we both were like, to something in the grass over here. Maybe it's a bug. Anyway, we're going to continue just filming here for a second. I'm going to step out of frame so you guys can see how pretty it is. And then we'll go into a little bit more history of the depths here. Well, I think a lot of it's dust from the grass that I just kicked up.
There was one that flew by that didn't look like.
Maybe Orby. We'll have to replay that footage. If you guys are wondering, this is what it actually looks like for us. It's very dark. This is what we're seeing on the screen here. Much better. It's also what you guys have been seeing. Beautiful. My one fear here being that most places close at nightfall, is getting in trouble for being out here. But gotta take some risks. The lighting will be pretty good. We do have a little bit of a moon tonight. That'll be fun. So one big thing. So one big thing that you kind of have is, the stories out here. But right about now, at dusk, you can hear people screaming for help. I have read that on several different ghost forums. I don't really like that one because it is kind of sad. And generally in drownings, people aren't screaming for help. Kind of a weird, silent way to go. I can imagine. But generally, most people aren't screaming for help or anything like that. So, but just to appease, we're going to continue recording in silence here for a minute. So enjoy the noises of the birds and kind of the silence. Hopefully we catch something here as evidence. as I was panning, the auto zoom was doing a little bit of funky stuff there. Not in a mean way. We are down in a creek bed, but I just walked into like the coldest spot ever right here.
Turn your light off. You have a really weird halo around you.
It's not like dust or anything.
No, it's a halo. Like, let me see if it's because of the light. No. That's cool. It's gone now.
It's freezing.
It's gone. The weird halo thing left.
Like, I walked right here, and like, we're at the exact same level we were at, and it's freezing cold right here.
See, and I don't feel any different.
Well, and I hadn't been able to see my breath this whole time, and I just walked into this and I could see my breath.
I saw your breath.
Yeah. Phasmophobia. Okay, so I'm 10 feet away from where that cold spot was. I had my headlamp on. We were going to go down to this other corner. We were potentially going to go just the other way around the lake, so we make a whole loop around the entire reservoir. And my headlamp just shut off randomly. I just replaced the batteries before we started this. No joke, I heard a whisper right behind me. So that. We'll replay the sounds and just make sure I'm not just scaring myself. But the light shutting off, like, batteries are completely dead. You don't have to believe me that I just replaced the batteries, but I dead serious just replaced them before coming out here. Like, I think you literally watched me do it. So, let's just see if it's like a connection issue. What the fuck? Dude. Okay, I'm turning this back on. It just started. I literally wasn't even pressing the button and it came back on. I'm going to turn it off now so that you can see better. And now I'm going to turn it back on because I'm nervous. And we're going to just continue walking back this way. I'm going to leave the light on. Did you already stop? Oh, sorry. I'm going to leave the light on because I am actually genuinely a little freaked out. You see okay? So, I'm not going to lie. I was a little bit of a skeptic. Because, like, growing up, you always hear about all these ghost stories. And I never really was, like, that afraid. I've always believed in the paranormal. But I've never had any major experiences that, like, freaked me out. That one kind of got me a little bit.
That was quite weird.
Yeah, like,
Cause
electronics having issues is, like, like the number one thing you see, right? Like people are like, oh, my electronics are fizzling out and being weird.
Well, and I saw you change the batteries.
Yeah. And these are the same batteries.
Yeah.
It's working fine. And I've never had a problem with this headlamp before, right? Like,
No. And the weird sound, and then it turned right back on.
literally, there was a sound behind us, and the light turned on. Like, I don't even know how to explain that. So that they can see what we're seeing. Do you want to just turn the IR off?
You can see a little bit of light that way.
It's a black screen.
Yeah. I was like, I can sure try.
Yeah, there's like the faintest glimmer of sunlight still over there.
But there's a lot of trees around
There
here.
is like a full thicket in here. You can turn it back on now, sorry. Is this overpowering or is it okay?
No, that's really fine. Okay. It's also helping me so I don't fucking die.
True. If you're wondering why I'm asking questions about like our equipment and like the lighting, things like that, I'm very new to this. We are very new to this. You can tell with our editing. We're getting places, but it's a learning curve, right? Like it is difficult, and so we really appreciate your support by subscribing and liking and watching our videos. So if occasionally we put out some really crappy stuff, we do apologize. That's not our intention. We're trying to be genuine about all of this. Yeah, you're good. Alright. It is pitch black. We are back down here in this hollow where earlier in the video you probably saw I got the absolute crap scared out of me by some fish in the creek. It is terrifying down here, I'm not going to lie. It is very scary. It's easy to let your imagination run a little bit wild. There is a little bit of moonlight, which is awesome, but it almost makes it worse because there's like shadows everywhere. So you kind of play tricks on yourself. You guys are seeing this in, infrared, and it's actually a decent image quality in my opinion. But like, I'm talking to you right now, and I can barely see 10 feet in front of me. It's getting better the longer I don't have a light on, but it's a little sketchy. So we're going to go back, probably to the dam for a minute. We're not censoring that. Don't worry, YouTube. It's a thing, not a swear word. Structure, not a thing. Anyway, we're going to record here for a little while, see if we can catch anything on camera, do a little bit of questioning, and we'll go from there. Sweet Jesus, this is dark in here.
Yeah, I know. And you were trying to have me hike in this.
Okay. This is that creek from earlier. Footbridge is here somewhere. There it is. Is there anyone out here with us? Fuck. The fish. We'll have to review the audio before the fish, though, because I was hearing things.
I heard something go.
Yeah, there's a motorcycle in the background. My wife is here. She's just skillfully avoiding the camera shot. It's really dark down that. Sorry for the fast pan here. Not to be insensitive, but did you drown out here? There's a jet flying over. Drowning to me seems like the worst way to go. Painful, alone, cold, dark, and just overall scary. I prefer. Sorry, I heard something over here. It's cold down here, but I think it's just because we're in the creek bed at this point. Maybe should. You heard that too, then? Is that you coming down the trail to talk to us? For those interested, the trail's right here. It goes back that way. What? So we're standing by one of the larger trunks of what I think they're cottonwood trees, where potentially one of the rope swings was that somebody used for their final act of having fun. We're just gonna sit here for a minute and see if we can catch anything. I hear some stuff up the hill, but there are houses kind of around here, so I don't want to get too spooked by people or pets. But anyway, we'll get into some questions here. Were you in the Air Force? I'm hearing some stuff up the hill. If you want to just pan up there and look down the trail a little bit, just go ahead and twist with the camera. There you go. I just don't want you to fall. The trail's really steep right here. At night, at least. Do you hear it? The crispies?
Mhm.
Crispy sounds?
Yeah. I'm assuming it's just leaves.
I think so too. I don't know. I got major vibes down in that creek bed. Oh, that's cool.
Mhm. It keeps like autofocusing on something, and I'm not sure what.
This is a spirit.
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure it's the
wait,
leaves.
wait. If you're here, come talk into this camera. They're a little smaller now than you might remember. So this is just another really good example of the underwater hazards. This one's very visible. There's, some very large sticks sticking out of the water here. There's some more over here. If you look over there. There's more even with that. So yeah, I mean, you can imagine if this is at the bottom of the lake and you get your foot caught on this and you can't get it out and it's wedged in there, it'd probably hold you in there pretty tight. Alright. Well, now we're right by the water's edge. Here at Hobbs Creek Reservoir. We're right by the dam as well. Again, not a swear word. Definitely kind of an eerier place. If you're out there, do you want to come up onto the shore and talk to us? It's said that there's 6 of you that have died here. Is that true, or are there more? you're here with us, just speak into that recorder on the camera. Alright. Well, I think we got some good stuff while we were out here. Again, this is our first real ghost hunt. We're obviously a little bit ill-equipped with voice recorders and such, but I had a blast. I hope you did too. Did you have fun?
Oh, I had a great time.
Sorry, it's hard to tell if you're talking to the audience or to your wife.
Sorry.
Sometimes. Sponsor. But yeah, so I think the interesting thing was that flashlight situation. It worked again, just came on after we heard a really loud crack in the wood line. That was really interesting, really cool. Freaked me out a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. That actually got me. It was right after a cold spot, and then we heard some weird noises. And I could see my breath. In the whole time, even right now, I can't see my breath at all. So, with the flashlight. So anyway, yeah, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. If you have any pointers or any tips, just go ahead and throw them in the comments. Doesn't hurt. Just be kind, be respectful. I'm new at this, and I want to improve. So again, yeah, thank you for watching. In 1944, this is where our story begins. William Opie, 19, drowned in the reservoir.
You gotta redo that. You just fucked with your pocket.
I'm over here fucking with my little rifle. And go. In 1944, we begin our story. William Opie, 19, drowned in this reservoir. I stopped because